From the first members of the genus Homo evolved a new species, Homo erectus, which was to be extremely long-lived and travel throughout the globe. I am the earliest known Homo erectus from almost 1.8 million years ago. That means that Homo erectus as a species was around for more than 1.5 million years, which is quite a long time for a hominid species.
Homo erectus, sometimes classified as Homo ergaster, was present in Africa as of 1.5 million years ago.
Homo rhodesiensis is estimated to have lived somewhere between 100 and 300,000 years ago. As such, it could have been ancestral to some of the more modern Homo species, but also it could have overlapped and coexisted along some of these as well.
Homo floresiensis has lived in Indonesia in the past 100,000 years, perhaps as old as 90,000 years ago or so, and perhaps surviving up until 18 or even 12,000 years ago.
Some of the modern anthropologists have argued a bit over how to classify me and my friends. Some have classified me as a separate species, Homo georgicus. Most seem to be comfortable with the earliest form of Homo erectus, or perhaps a subspecies of Homo erectus. But, as you can see, there's a bit of debate about that.
Some feel that African forms of Homo erectus should be classified as a separate species, Homo ergaster, some of which are quite old, dating to 1.5 million years. Some have wondered whether the round head and smaller brows of Homo ergaster indicate a more direct relationship with Homo sapiens than most populations of Homo erectus. As Homo erectus spread throughout the globe, some members of the group reached East Asia, and later their finds would be known as Peking man or Java man. And these are really just the Homo erectus populations which lived in Asia during various points, say 700,000 years ago.
As far as classification, some have referred to these remains as Homo rhodesiensis, a completely separate species. Others have classified me as Homo heidelbergensis, a variant of that species. Some have wondered whether I might have been involved in the ancestry of Homo sapiens or Homo neanderthalis. And since there are various remains associated with this species, some have wondered whether all of these should be grouped together or not. So there is certainly a bit of confusion around Homo rhodesiensis.
There has been some debate over the classification of Homo floresiensis. It has been thought that it might be a dwarf population of Homo sapiens. Others consider it a separate species descended from Homo erectus. This latter interpretation seems to be the most common, and so Homo floresiensis seems to have been distinct from other human species.